How's it flying, guys? This is Lance Block 30, recording again on Tuesday night, and for another video that will be uploaded tomorrow night. Or, well, not tomorrow night, that will be uploaded tomorrow before I go to work. So anywho, this is next on the list. This is every episode of MLP reviewed in 10 words or less, seasons 6 and 7, by Josh Scorcher. This will be the 4th video I've seen of his. Well, not of his series in this. So, anyways, yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since he put one of these specific videos out, and, in all honesty, his was one of the first of these was one of the first, was one of the earlier reactions for me. Like, it's been a while since I did, much earlier than in the year, but yeah, like, so, anyway. Link to the original video will be in the description as always, and remember guys, I will not be taking any new reaction requests until Friday, just so I can have a little bit of a chance to catch up on some of the other requests that you guys have given. You know, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm shut down, I will only react to what I want to react to. No. Like, I just gotta play a little bit of catch up. So anyway, let's go.
Hey everyone, this
Hi,
is
Josh.
the Fiery Joker. So, season 6 and 7. Gonna be honest, not a fan of season 6, so forewarning, I'm gonna be a bit snippy. Same rules apply, 1 to 10, ironic enjoyment, you know the drill. Oh boy. Great, a second studio out of the corner of C that's somehow worse. Blurry Heart is more dangerous than Sombra. Really?
Sheesh.
I'm still not happy about that threatening scene. Yay, more nebulous goals! Here there be dragons! Actual good ones this time.
Oh, he gave that a 10. I'm surprised that he gave that a 10 out of 10. I am really surprised. No second prances.
Doesn't mean anything anymore. I think he just had to be there.
You know you're doing your Pinkie Pie voice, right?
Heh, it's funny because she auditioned to be Pinkie first.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
How not to talk to the press 101.
Oh, no kidding.
This is why Weird Jack can't work. Millennials, am I right?
I'm gonna admit, his review, taking too seriously video on this particular episode was absolutely golden with Eliora. I'm not gonna lie.
Need to work together, but Pinkie is the correct one. See, this is how you get fans a good ribbing. Adults ruin everything. Steer smear duel with complaints address. Not really necessary. Hey. Maybe spend more than a montage establishing their friendship. Unsure if Discord's charisma modifier is 7 or -1. Snails.
Did you hear Piccolo in the background? No! Snails is the best character. How?
Is the best character. How?
Yeah, no kidding. How?
And my teeth. And my liver. Would have fooled me too. If I were blind. I am Judy. Welcome to the Sorcerer's Apprentice. What really happened was this thing. What? So what's different? I'm not sure I get this one. Better version of Suicide Squad. Granted, not a high bar.
Oh.
Defeated by the power of love again. Both Celestia fanboys. This is everything I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
Sure, this couldn't have been 2 separate episodes. I still have baby Applejack to squee at. Let's go fly a kite. What is Fluttershy's job? I think the staff are trying to tell Brony something. Such great parents. Disruptiveness aside.
Oh.
Yes, this Marvel Mac took a hit. She's gone down. Asking a.
Yes, his Marvel back took a hit. She's going down. Oh, and all the shippers cried. If only I had a bottle that said insert tears, whatever. That upper half would be blanked for whatever worked at the time.
A non-fashion pony to judge fashion. Seems legit. A mile
So-
in my shoes, but with demigods. Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll admit, that was a good episode.
Yak's more empathetic. Yak's too good episode. All right, place your bets. Flutter corner this list. Yeah, who will triumph? Guys, it's not Romeo and Juliet for the love of...
The Perfect Pair episode actually was one of the best episodes in the entire show. It really was. And it's a shame it was followed by such a garbage one. Well...
declining ratings. Let's have an episode say, screw critics. They addressed Thorax's leadership inexperience. Took them long enough. Why did you say comics weren't canon? Did they just do a war veteran allegory and succeed? If they sign us some name law courts, I'm leaving.
My mane feels lateral.
That scream is still my text alert. Goofy's
wow.
Really distract from body horror. That's a tongue just can't catch a break.
Hold on.
It's poorly distract from body horror. That's a tongue just can't catch a break.
Alright, Vincent Tong. He voices Flash and Garble, too, in the series. Yeah. Intermission. The movie is out of 10. Okay, and intermission. Alright.
Detecting some staff venting here. That's fair. You
Okay.
threw away pie? That's it. Time for waterboarding. Did that nerd just diss board games? So those weren't just filler episodes. Could have fooled me. Doom Equestria to save Equestria. Ingenious! And that's it. Good freaking gravy. Here's the document if you want to see. Everything is deliberately placed in the order which I feel it should be. To end on a more positive note, I'm going to alternate starting with worst, then best.
Okay, worst, then best.
The times they are a changeling. It was hard to find things to like in this episode. I like the idea of a changeling not falling in line and hitting and striking up a friendship with someone.
I think a lot of us were like,
show us the friendship.
The what if.
There's no character development for characters that need the development, especially characters like Shining Armor and Cadence. Also, that song. Enough said. I do appreciate the guard being better in this episode, though. Number 5 best, A Hearth's Warming Tale.
Agreed.
I did not expect to like this one as much as I did. It was just a Christmas Carol with ponies, but they really went the extra mile. The visuals are
kind of is, yeah.
The jokes are good. The music is spectacular. There's not a lot you can find wrong with this episode. I want to show it to my kids during Christmas time because I feel it has that timeless.
I would say it's very good.
Or worse, no second prances. It had a lot of good ideas. I like the idea of Starlight and Trixie becoming friends. I like the idea of Trixie needling Twilight. I like the idea of exploring the struggles of forgiveness. What I don't like is Twilight getting off scot-free for her hypocritical behavior. What I don't like is the continuity errors up the wazoo. What I don't like is Starlight and Twilight...
What were the Okay, which continuity errors? Just...
hit with the idiot stick to serve the plot. What I don't like is oversimplifying Starlight's villainous motivations. What I don't like is turning Celestia into a passive-aggressive brat. Man, this really could have been one of the best episodes of the show. Bummer. Did you tell I grew up in Southern California? Number 4 best, A Royal Pride.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Season 7, for giving us that Celestia episode. Wait. Now you're giving us a Celestia Luna episode? And it features Twilight freaking out and having a productive, creative, fitting, and hilarious use for Starlight's tendency to drop the hammer for solutions? Sign me up!
Yes!
It's nice to see some of the day in the life of a Canterlot princess and to see a bit of the world.
I still got that Doctor Who! That's actually one of the memes that I legitimately contributed to iFunny. As I froze that image of Doctor Who's seeing a weeping pony, I guess, or a weeping angel pony, whatever, in a dream, and Celestia's just like, not noticing it.
Building as they show us an evil Celestia. Oh, this episode was total fan service, but I don't give a crap. I can watch it over and over. Number 3 worst, Flurry of Emotions. You know, after making such a big freaking deal about this character and delivering nothing for a whole freaking season, we finally get something to go on. Maybe we can learn more about this baby Alicorn and maybe Shining in Cadence, and they're shafted again. Great. So we got a retread of Baby Cakes, and y'all know how much I love that one. Slightly better because we don't hear crying 24/7. But does anyone else besides me get the sinking feeling that Flurry Heart could get away with murder? Because there's this weird thing going on in the show with babies and intelligence. No one should yell at a baby for many reasons, one of them being their lack of cognition. But Flurry is clearly smart enough to understand things like right and wrong, and understand speech no less. So when it comes to potentially disciplining someone like her, it's a weird gray area. I mean, Stewie Griffin is the same way, but the inconsistency is part of the joke.
Okay.
This character's just a mess. Number 3 best, Stranger Than Fanfiction.
I'll admit, Flurry Heart could have been, she could have been better written. Like, I don't hate the character, by no means. But it's just been, it's always been a coin toss with the or well, actually, there's not even a coin toss. It's unfortunately that some of the early episodes for any of the babies in this series, just for some reason, don't seem to work out that great. Not necessarily terrible. I will admit Baby Cakes was like, but yeah.
One of the smartest episodes that the show has produced. While it celebrated fandoms, it also ribbed them a little, but it didn't come across as disrespectful or condescending. Unlike that other episode.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get to that.
Everything they could with it.
Oh boy.
I've never seen a piece of fiction do. Have a character exploit cliches without realizing they're in danger. It also explored the relationship between creator and fan, and even gave a few interesting justifications for why stories sometimes do seemingly illogical or silly things. I mean, it's in the title. Sometimes truth is stranger than fan fiction. Number 2 worst, The Crystalline, parts 1 and 2.
Okay.
It's the worst season opener in all of MLP. Not just because of dealing with the fallout of Starlight's rushed redemption, but because this episode bent over backwards to accommodate this Mary Sue from hell, spent so much time making her super duper important, and she just drops off the planet until season 7. And the only explanation we get for anything is because. Why was Flurry Heart born in Alicorn? Because. Why was Flurry able to break the Crystal Heart? Because. Why did nothing else break during her scream? Because. Why didn't they just use Cadence's shield to repel the snow when the Crystal Heart was missing like they did in season 3? Because. There's only so much my suspension of disbelief can take. Oh, and that infamous line of the princesses. Yes, there is an interpretation that keeps the whole born Alicorns thing alive, but that clumsy wording of it's beyond their understanding makes the viewers feel like the story and world aren't being treated with care and respect.
Yeah. So, I'll add a little bit of a nugget to that one right now while it's on my mind. Beyond our understanding, well, you mean they can't just be born? I mean, it kind of makes sense because, you know, Cadence, the ma, is an Alicorn. Duh. It's no surprise to me. Biologically speaking, she would inherit the traits of, I don't know, at least one parent over another. I mean, see, look, if you look, her wings even have that, fade to the outer edges of them, like Cadence's does. She does have a little bit of the colorature of her mane and whatnot. It's just like, freaking duh. She got her dad's eyes, but otherwise, a lot of the features are her mother's.
Remember when the main 6 went adventuring, or relevant, or did things? They do nothing here. You could take them out of this episode and lose nothing. The show is going the way of Bleach in that there are way too many characters to give time to, keep track of, and hope the audience cares about. When I first watched this episode, it rubbed me the wrong way and I didn't know why. I finally figured it out. Flurry Heart. Number 2 best, Gauntlet of Fire. So yeah, Spike episodes. Not universally loved. Dragons. Not universally loved. Putting them together for an episode? Universally loved. How does that work?
Weirdly enough.
Highlighting more of Spike's positive qualities instead of focusing on his weaknesses for one. Showing some other actual good dragons for 2.
That's a positive.
Marvel, who everybody hates, had some good moments.
Yeah, that was golden.
So many mistakes of the previous seasons. Number 1 worst, Fame and Misfortune. There's taking jabs at your critics, and then there's this mean-spirited, sanctimonious piece of hot garbage. I cannot stand when anything places itself on a pedestal as being above criticism. I remember a while ago, Circuit Byte stood out as one of my editor applicants because I distinctly remember him making a video calling me out on one of my mistakes. That was actually a huge point in his favor for me. Someone who wasn't afraid to call me out if I did something dumb. So yeah, I was destined to not like this episode. And the worst part is M.A. Larson being forced to put his name on an episode where he doesn't agree with the messages. Alright, real talk here. Really think about this.
Yeah.
Did whoever was in charge really think this was gonna help matters? Was this really a mature reaction on their part?
No, it wasn't.
Was this decision to call out their critics with ham-fisted crocodile tears edifying in any way for them or the audience? Really think about that. Number 1 best, The Perfect Pair. Oh, look at this. Josh thinks The Perfect Pair is the best episode of Season 8. How original. I bet you're even going to quote Jello Apocalypse.
I think you mean Season 7.
You hack fraud. You sheep. To those people, I say, stop it. This episode was a huge breath of fresh air that we really needed.
No kidding.
For the first time since season 4, it felt like the show seriously cared about the world it set up. And this is done through the excellent vehicle of having other people tell the story. Fans have been
it was good.
pleading since season 1 about Applejack's parents.
Yeah.
We finally got it. And you know what? It's a good forbidden romance.
Yeah, and about that episode, I'm going to add a little bit of my own opinion. And it did not give all the answers, unfortunately, like what happened to them. Why are they not here? Sir, a large number of the fan base, kind of myself included, believes that they have passed away. They're not just gone on vacation or whatnot, because that will be too long of a vacation. And, they've passed on. And from my understanding, the showrunners haven't really given anything solid to go off of, other than this episode with what happens. But the way that the characters are talked about, and the way that everyone treats the mentioning of them, it gives across the feeling these are characters that are no longer alive in the series. The way everyone tears up in that episode when referring to these characters, like, that's just not a I miss them thing. That's I really, really miss them beyond just distance. That's what that tells to me, and obviously the kind of distance meaning life and death. So I believe fully that these are characters that have passed, but for some reason the showrunners don't think that we're mature enough to handle themes of death. Let me explain something to y'all. Themes of death have even been brought up in Sesame Street. Oh yeah, that really friendly show wherein you have all these big Jim Henson characters. They understood, and they explored death. They talked about death in that show. Okay? So why not in something like this? Treat your audiences with a little more, act as though they are mature enough to understand the concept of death.
They interact. They talk. The relationship is built up with a lot of time. Oh, it's so good. I'm wondering if DHX has the gun has to tell us how they died. God.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. I literally just said that, Josh. Thank you for voicing our thoughts. Okay. So, yeah. Anyways, basically, I agree with him on a lot of his points. There may be some where I'm not quite as critical. Like in the Fame and Misfortune, I wouldn't quite give it that low a score, because initially I thought, okay, I get their ribbon on their fan base, and I didn't, at the time, I really didn't think anything of it, because I didn't know that they were just taking pot shots at the time. So, yeah, that's an episode upon further learning of the situation around it, definitely was lower on my totem pole of which episodes I thought were at least okay. Do I say I hate it? No. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not a great not a good episode by any stretch, considering the mean-spiritedness behind it. And immediately, and that's after following an amazing episode with The Perfect Pair. Because that was the episode that came after Perfect Pair, which came 3 episodes after another great episode he mentioned, which was the one with the sisters. Yeah, with them swapping the cutie marks. Anyways, but yeah, I agree with some of his tops. Like, I do agree with that, I will say that much. And, yeah.
Leadership and experience.
A lot of his criticisms do make sense. And, yeah. You get, if you guys want to see all of the details written in here, go watch his original video like I said to do. I don't know if you don't. I won't, but I'm just saying that to sound creepy. Anywho, What'd you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed. Comment what your agreements and disagreements are for the episodes that he said with their scores and whatnot. Subscribe if you're new, and tap the bell to get notified whenever I upload a video. That way you don't miss any reactions, gameplay, or otherwise from me. This has been Lance Corporlock 30, signing off.